every day in the evening you are doing current affairs, you are writing at least few answers, but then also you are writing complete answers, at least 1 or 2 GS paper each and every week. The way UPSC designs a question, what is the exact demand, how can I make that particular answer better and better, what UPSC has already asked previously, maybe they will not repeat the question, nobody is expecting to repeat the question. So use Mains 365 as a very good summary of the most important technological developments in last 1.5 year, and that will be very useful in Mains examination.
Hello aspirants and welcome to our yet another conversation series video regarding UPSC Mains examination. In this video, we will be discussing the upcoming 60-day strategy for Mains examination preparation. Joining us today will be our Science and Technology faculty Abhishek Kumar sir with us. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thanks a lot, and I want to congratulate all the aspirants who have cleared. Also, those who could not, I must say that this exam is about perseverance and hard work. So next year, and work hard, do not waste your time, work hard, and things will definitely fall into place.
So now that students are again, those who have qualified, again those who haven't qualified, all must be preparing for the Mains examination. What should be the exact strategy for the upcoming 60 days?
The first challenge will be that the nature of these two examinations, of course, is very different. You have objective questions, there is open-ended syllabus in prelims. In Mains, syllabus is very specific, you have subjective questions. So the first challenge here will be that how to make this transition, that now you have to write answers, whatever you have studied, you have to write answers from paper 1, 2, 3, 4 for your optional, for your essay, each and everything. So consolidating all of that information from Mains perspective will be the biggest challenge here. You also asked what should they do then? I would say that make a proper well-structured plan. For example, I can give a simple practical suggestion here, that divide every day into 3 parts, morning, afternoon and evening. And all of your syllabus, divide this into first optional, optional 1, optional 2, GS 1, 2, 3, keep ethics aside, and then essay and current affairs. So you have essentially 2 optional paper, 3 GS plus ethics. Why I have kept ethics aside, I will mention that. So 3 GS plus ethics, so 4 GS papers. You have to also complete your current affairs, and then you have to write essays. So what I would recommend here is that every day you have to study optional and alternate it. So for example, on Monday you are studying optional 1, Tuesday optional 2, and perhaps you can do that in morning. In afternoon you are focusing upon again one of the GS papers, so alternate between GS 1, 2 and 3. And in the evening perhaps you are taking care of your current affairs, and perhaps you are now also doing your ethics part, because ethics can be very scoring if done really well. So you are taking care of ethics as well as your essay, by the way. So you are writing essay on diverse topics, and particularly you have dedicated Sunday morning where you get to write 2 essays in 3 hours. Every Sunday you are doing that. So I highly recommend that make a well-structured plan. At the same time, leave the scope for flexibility. So make a daily structured plan, but there should be some flexibility also depending upon the requirement, and try to achieve whatever you can, how much it is possible with that scope of flexibility part. And do this for next 60 days in an alternative manner, where you are alternating between GS 1, 2 and 3 every day, alternating between optional 1, optional 2 every day. Every day in the evening you are doing current affairs, you are writing at least few answers, but then also you are writing complete answers, at least 1 or 2 GS paper each and every week. And just before the examination, 1 or 2 weeks before the examination, definitely go and attempt few papers, 2 papers on day 1, 2 papers on day 2, the same way UPSC does, along with essay paper before that. So this is how you should plan your next 60 days. In the initial days, revision, doing current affairs, lot of answer writing, lot of essay writing in a well-structured plan, and keep escalating that, keep increasing that as the examination progresses. There is no scope of any rest here. There is no scope of any leisure time here, perhaps except Sunday evening. Sunday evening, only the Sunday evening, not the morning, not the afternoon, only on the Sunday evening. Maybe if you want to use it for leisure time, there is no scope here. This is a very important opportunity, and you have to ensure that you are giving everything which is expected out of you in this examination.
So as you discussed, this is going to be a transition phase where again in prelim students will be prepared for maybe objective nature of questions, and in mains they are going to write subjective answers. how far or how should they exactly approach previous year questions?
So in PYQs, what can be done here is that we can choose those questions which are not directly inspired from current affairs. In static topics, it will not be a challenge, but even in dynamic topics like polity and economy, there are certain themes which are themes in general are important even if they are in news or not. So pick those questions and definitely try to answer those questions in a limited time frame, because the way UPSC designs a question, what is the exact demand, how can I make that particular answer better and better, what UPSC has already asked previously, maybe they will not repeat the question, nobody is expecting to repeat the question, maybe theme will be repeated, but that is not the goal. The goal here is that once you write that answer, a beautiful answer in a limited time frame with proper introduction, main body, conclusion, relevant data, smooth transition between points, then you feel confident, right? So I recommend that in all the static part such as geography or society or ethics, definitely attempt previous year questions. If not daily, definitely twice in a week I would recommend that pick 3-4 questions from each and every paper and twice a week try to solve them. And even in those topics which are dynamic like polity or IR for that matter, or science tech for that matter, or economy for that matter, then even in those questions, the standard thematic based questions can be attempted as PYQ, and that will boost your confidence and it will help you in enhancing your answer writing skills.
So now coming to the subject of science and technology, again students get a lot of confusion. Maybe there is no pinpointed any source to refer to. What should the strategy for approaching for mains examination as far as subject of science and technology is concerned?
I fundamentally believe that science and tech in mains is easier compared to prelims, because remember in prelims there is no well-defined syllabus. UPSC just used words general science and that's it, and which essentially means that they can ask question from whatever they want to. But in mains the syllabus is well specified. So I will do this study at 2 levels. The first level of this study will be that look at all of those keywords. There is a keyword science and technology development and their applications, which essentially means that we are talking about the most recent technologies as they are being developed and what can be their possible applications. Then the second part of the syllabus talks about achievements of Indians in science and technology. Indian scientists and their contribution, you have to prepare that part. The third part talks about indigenization of technology, which essentially means that areas where India lags behind and we are dependent upon import from other countries. So what are we doing in those particular technological domains in India? What are the bottlenecks? How they can be overcome? And then comes the last part of the syllabus, also the most important part, that it gives certain keywords and expects students to be aware about those keywords. Those keywords are space technology, biotechnology, IT, computers. I can combine them together and I can use the word ICT for it. So space, biotechnology, ICT, nanotechnology, robotics, and intellectual property rights. So the first level of my preparation will be that I will make a ready-made notes on each and every of these keywords. What does indigenization mean? If we do need to indigenize, what are the most important areas we should focus upon? For example, immediately when you ask this question, you think about defense, you think about electronics, you think about energy. Then you ask question that what ails that India is not able to indigenously manufacture state-of-the-art defense technology? Why electronics manufacturing is not happening in India? Then you go to the second part, and by the way, that part is also connected to your economy part. So you find that this becomes a very nice interdisciplinary topic where your knowledge of economy will help you in answering science and tech question. And UPSC expects you to do that. UPSC expects you to appreciate the interdisciplinary nature of a particular paper, right? Similarly, you prepare about achievements of Indians in science and technology. You can focus upon scientists who are in news a lot for any reason, right? Then you prepare a ready-made notes on all of the keywords. That what does space technology essentially mean? About satellites, you prepare about satellites, types of satellites. There are various applications such as how satellites help in disaster management, how satellites help in socio-economic growth, things like that. You do the same thing in nanotechnology. You make a very basic understanding. You first have a very basic understanding of nanotechnology, what it is, what are the possible applications in various areas. So a basic awareness about each of all of these keywords. That is the first level of study, irrespective of what is being covered in newspapers or not. The second level of study will be now integrating that with current affairs. So all of the important themes from space technology, from biotechnology, from ICT, which are well covered into newspapers, you need to know about them more and more. And the best part here is that UPSC does not go into very minute topics in mains examination. The themes they are going to pick will be very known themes, right? And that is how in fact mains and that is why I said earlier that mains is relatively easier than prelims examination. The only thing is that of course you have to write here rather than choosing an option.
So now that you discussed regarding how to prepare for science and technology for the upcoming 60 days, you discussed about current affairs as well. So how should student approach current affairs for the subject of science and technology?
Two things can be done. I always tell students that there is no substitute to newspaper reading. So the first recommendation here will be that whatever you already did study for prelims examination, the important technological developments which you came across, now prepare the same topics from mains perspective. So the first level of study will be doing newspaper, reading The Hindu, reading Indian Express. The second level, very important resource can be Mains 365. So Mains 365 is a comprehensive document where Vision IAS provides to all these aspirants that a comprehensive collection of all the topics from each and every topic of science and tech, environment, IR, all of the topics. So use Mains 365 as a very good summary of the most important technological developments in last 1.5 year, and that will be very useful in mains examination. Again, this also should be used at from two level. The first, there can be a question directly given in Mains 365 magazine. And second, even if a topic is given, then maybe the topic fits into a question asked by UPSC. So you can also use this as an example, as a point in your answer writing. So do not think that question will be, there is a chance that from each and every topic there will be question. But even if there is not a question from topic given in Mains 365 magazine, definitely use it in the answer writing. That will be my suggestion to aspirants.
So now, based on your experience of maybe the current affairs, what exactly do you think maybe are the important themes for this year's examination?
Okay, so as I was saying earlier, that the keywords are given and we have to prepare certain themes from those keywords. So let's start with, this will be a comprehensive answer dealing with all the keywords. So let's start with space technology as a keyword. I will talk about in space technology few themes which according to me are important. So Gaganyaan mission is a very important theme for me. Gaganyaan mission, its objectives, challenges, why are we doing that? Nisar mission, which is a collaboration between NASA and ISRO. That is another important theme. I was expecting a question from Aditya L1 mission in prelims, but that did not happen. So, but that makes this topic more important for mains examination. So definitely know about Aditya L1 mission. Where is it? Why is it there? What are its scientific objectives? All of those things. And fourth one is ExpoSat mission, another very small mission, not a small mission per se, small in the sense that it was not talked that much into newspapers, but nonetheless a very important mission, X-ray polarimeter satellite mission of ISRO. In biotechnology, certain themes which are evergreen themes like gene editing, and particularly techniques like CRISPR-Cas9, definitely know that. Definitely know about agricultural biotechnology, applications of biotechnology in agriculture, such as, for example, genetically modified crops, a critical evaluation of that. You should also know about the role of biotechnology in a lot of disease prevention. For example, think about stem cell research which is happening, or think of how we are working upon CAR-T therapy for cancer curement. So those topics can be important in this section. Nanotechnology is a very standard topic. There are certain important applications of nanotechnology. For example, nanotechnology application in healthcare, in environmental remediation, in electronics, right, in material sciences, and last but not the least, which was in news, nanotechnology in agriculture. That in India, Government of India has approved certain fertilizers, nano fertilizers. So nanotechnology in agriculture also becomes a very important theme. Robotics, there was only one question asked by UPSC till date from robotics as a topic, that too in 2015 if I'm not mistaken. But what is robotics? Again, potential applications areas, and one theme, robotics and automation, and now connect that with AI also, artificial intelligence, that how robotics has impact on job scenario in our country. So coming to ICT topics, some of the again important themes, development in 5G, development in computation such as quantum computing or supercomputing, some really interesting way how ICT is progressing, for example, application of blockchain technology, right? So these are important themes from ICT as a theme. AI will remain an important theme, but there was a question on AI last year only. So I do expect, however, UPSC to ask interesting questions on AI. For example, you also have intellectual property right in your in the syllabus. So AI and its impact on IPR, that can be an important theme. Plus, there have been recent changes in intellectual property regime in our country. There has been some global changes also under World Intellectual Property Organization. So we should know about that also. That can be an important theme in science and tech. There are certain words which are not given in the syllabus, but still they are very important. For example, the development in energy related technology. We know that we have to transition to alternative sources of energy, which can be nuclear or it can be any renewable energy such as solar, wind, geothermal, hydro, green hydrogen. So those topics you study in environment, but you can also expect a technological perspective in those topics. Advancements in solar energy technology or green hydrogen, what that is. You can expect a question from that. Nuclear technology such as fission or fusion, what is India doing, what are the challenges, what is the way forward, you can expect questions from that. Similarly, defense technology per se is not given in the syllabus, but expect questions from defense technology also, particularly with focus on indigenization of defense. Some of the scientists who were in news, such as Dr. C.V. Raman, will remain in news every year, given the fact that we celebrate National Science Day every year on 28th February. Dr. Swaminathan recently has passed away. So his contribution we should know even in more detail. So those names who have been covered in newspaper, because you have a line in the syllabus, contribution of Indians in science and technology, we should know in detail. So yeah, these are some of the important themes according to me for mains examination.
Thank you, sir, for again guiding very comprehensively regarding the themes. Now, one of the very important parameters of examination in mains is answer writing. At the end of the day, UPSC is going to judge candidates based upon their answer writing capabilities, which they do in the mains examination. How important it is to write the answers at this particular phase and attempt test series?
I tell every student that in this time period between prelims and mains, and even before prelims, I ask students that start writing answer as soon as possible. There is no right time to write answer. Right time is right now. It's a cliched statement, but it is a true statement. So right now, for example, I expect all of the aspirants who are appearing in mains examination that you're writing minimum 5 to 6 answer on a daily basis. You are writing at least one GS paper and one essay paper weekly. And hopefully you are writing 2 GS papers. So in fact, it was at least one GS paper. Ideally, you should write GS 1 and 2 on week 1 along with essay, and then GS 3 and 4 on week 2 along with essay, right? And then you are also writing optional answer. So answer writing is the most crucial part, because remember, you will be judged based on what you have written on a piece of paper, no matter how much knowledge you have. So understanding the requirements of a question, identifying the keywords and directives of the question, and based on that, writing a concise introduction, main body, a smooth transition between point, and finally, if a conclusion is required, writing an elaborate conclusion. In some cases, maybe not elaborate, but writing a conclusion. Content part, every candidate who is going to write mains examination, more or less on content, everybody is strong because you already have studied a lot, and that is how you cleared prelims. The second important part is that structuring part, that how you are going to structure your points. If you are writing a point, do you have backing evidence? Do you have backing examples? If you are providing some data, is there a better way to represent that data which becomes visually more appealing? All of that, test series is going to help you a lot, and daily answer writing is going to help you a lot. So yes, I highly recommend that this is the right time to join a test series, and I highly recommend that write answer daily. Previous year questions, as we discussed earlier, that can be a great resource here. But even if you do feel that there are some questions which are important, there are some themes which are important, definitely make a question and write answer on that. So answer writing is very crucial, ensuring that your answer is visually appealing, your answer has mentioned points in a well structured manner with good introduction and good conclusion, will give you an extra edge over other candidates, right? So very, very important, the most important thing in these last 60 days.
So now I'll ask your views on very important topic yet ignored topic. At this particular point of time, students become very overwhelmed with the examination preparation. How exactly one should stay calm, composed, and avoid stress and anxiety at this particular phase?
I will directly go to practical solutions rather than talking about that stay motivated and all of that. There are two practical solutions which you have to take care of. The first is you have to take care of your physical health, and the second is mental health. And both of them are not independent of each other. It should be very clear. It should be very clear to everybody that your physical and mental health are very much dependent upon each other. For physical health, you have to ensure very basic things which you have known since your childhood. जो दादी माँ के नुस्खे हैं. That eat good food, sleep properly, taking 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I cannot re-emphasize enough that how much important is sleep. So you are, even no matter how long you study, you're studying for 8-10 hours, but you definitely sleep for 8 hours. First thing, you are eating good food. You are eating less and you are eating healthy. That is the second part. Do not eat a lot. Do not eat a lot of carb. That will make you a lot of sleepy. You'll become lazy. Eat good, nutritious food. And again, since you are writing mains examination, I hope that you already know what is the meaning of a balanced diet, right? So do that. Second thing. Third thing, incorporate basic meditation and basic exercise. So do not have to go to gym. Do not have to do that. But a basic level of jogging, some basic exercises, that can be incorporated, and simple meditative exercises even for 4 to 5 minutes that can do wonders to both your physical and mental health. So I can suggest an app. Atom is a very good app which I personally follow. That Atom, just download this app called Atom, and every day make a plan that at this particular time I am going to meditate for 5 minutes, and they will guide you in the meditation, that what you need to do, and it will only be for few minutes, like 5-6, maximum 10 minutes, but even that can help you a lot. So take care of your physical health, take care of your mental health, and for mental health, again, that sleep, that meditation, that exercise, that was not just for physical health, this was also for mental health, will automatically help you. Do not get overwhelmed by the syllabus. Remember that one step at a time. There are 60 days. Do a proper SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are opportunities? What are threats? Your strengths are that you have cleared prelims examination, you are going to write mains examination, you are well prepared. What is your weakness? Identify your potential weak areas, which areas you're not able to write good answer. Look at your opportunities, so many resources, so much of mentoring is available. Vision IAS has a proper mentoring program. Utilize any mentoring program. You can utilize Vision IAS mentoring program. What are threats? Distractions are threats. For example, try to ensure that for few hours you are completely cut off from your mobile phone. There are certain apps which allow you, which will completely lock your phone and you cannot use it even if you want to. And that removing mobile phone can also take care of your mental health a lot, right? So do not become slave to the dopamine spike, that every 5 minutes you want to look at your mobile phone. Don't do that. That will, again, that is not good for mental health, right? So try to ensure that for few hours you are completely cut off from mobile phone, and whatever online resources you want to use laptop for that, right? So all of that will help you in your preparation and also taking care of your physical and mental health. So yeah, these are some of the practical tips which I can provide for ensuring that you are not anxious and you are utilizing this time in a best way possible.
Thank you, sir, for joining us today and again guiding our students very comprehensively. That was very insightful conversation today.
Thanks a lot.
Now, students, please try and integrate the strategies shared by sir in an ongoing mains examination strategy. Please use these 60 days very wisely and strategically. Keep following us for more such videos. Till the time, all the very best.